Hey, Honorary Dolls. I wanted to make a very brief video explaining yesterday's email because what I don't want to happen is for anybody to think that it is punishment or removal. We use the word archived, and so I guess people think that their profile will go away. There's not even a way for us to do that, and there's no reason for us to want to do that. So let me be clear. This is not a punishment. Yesterday's email was not a punishment. It was a solution to a problem. Problems pop up. As leaders, we have to figure out how to deal with them. All right? The problem is that you have onlookers, our very watchful audience, carefully watching audience, looking at what it takes to be an honorary doll. And hopefully not because they want that title, but because they just really want to excel at something they're very passionate about. That I can dig. The whole title thing, not so much. So just a reoccurring theme of, well, where are the honorary dolls? Or when I go to an honorary dolls page, why do I see inactive or hasn't visited in 12 months? What does that mean? And so, we have playground policies, obviously. One of the solutions to that ever burgeoning problem was, let's start inviting the honorary dolls out. Hey, vintage dolls, come on out. You've seen that email. But then, awkward when there are no honorary dolls there or on the playground, or when the email is coming in, well, what does it take to be an honorary doll? Well, I guess not much because none of them are around. And I shouldn't say none, but that is the thinking that's happening. So, as I said in the email, we created that to show just excellence, and to acknowledge excellence. And so in order to keep that hope alive, we've got to make sure that the integrity of the role is maintained. And so as I presented the opportunity to the Dana dolls, I said to them, how do we fix the problem of people wondering where the heck these women are who have done their part without taking away the service that they brought to the movement? On one hand, we can't let it slide downhill because we want to keep getting honorary dolls, and we want people to know what it takes to be named an honorary doll, because the movement needs honorable service. And so we debated back and forth, and I got to tell you, the biggest thing that we were most concerned about is you, because we don't want you to think that we are taking something away. It's not punishment. We're not taking anything away. And so we feel like we came up with a great solution, and I say we, Kendra, Lauren, Lisa, and I. We feel like we came up with a great solution for the people that are curious, for the people that have moved on, for the people that are periodically active, for the people that are still active, and for the people, we the people, the movement, because why? There's no I in team. And so the solution to the problem of where are the honorary dolls, and what is the standard for an honorary doll, was let's put dates by people's name the way one might in a pageant, the way we do with the presidents of the United States. They have terms. And so it's like with any president, Abe Lincoln will always have the respect of being Mr. President. No one's expecting to see him. Well, no, that's probably a bad analogy just because he's not with us anymore. President Clinton. He still has Secret Service. He still gets the respect of Mr. President, but no one's expecting for him to be on CNN at 7 o'clock tonight dealing with the world issues. Be great to see him. Like to think that he hasn't retired. Of course, he's coming back and lending his talent and his his need to serve, his intelligence, all of that he brought to office as a standing president. But no one's he's not having to answer to the people because this is Obama's time. And yet, when he comes into the room, all rise. There is a United States president in the room. And that really is what this is about. That's all. We're not taking your title. We're not, and not that you're concerned about a title. This is what we loved most about you in the first place. You were never in it for a title, right? We are solving a problem. And that is put a date by their names. And that way, when people go to their page and they see Honorary Doll class of 2008 and inactive, that makes sense to them. Well, heck, she's 2008. She did her part. And yet, when they see an Honorary Doll of 2008 on the playground still doing the damn thing, yay! Works for everybody. Works for the movement. Works for the doll that had a question. Works for you. You always will be honored. You will always be honorable. We are not archiving anybody. Your page, your profile, nothing's going away. There's not even a way for us to do that, even if we wanted to. But that's not what we're about. We're about Black girls getting along, right? We're not hating because you don't have the time to come around, or that you feel like you've done your part, or maybe last year's incident with my family has just got you feeling some kind of way, and so you're taking a seat back. I get that. There's all kinds of reasons for why any of us may be at a point of not being around. All right? I get that. Maybe you got married. Maybe you're getting married. Maybe your baby's getting married. Maybe you're putting yourself through school. Maybe it is the incident from last year with that odd incident with me and my family. Maybe you're still around and you are showing up periodically when it makes sense for you. Whatever it is, you guys, I'm always going to keep it real. I'm never going to dance around anything, and I always want to make sure that I'm clearly communicating. For whatever reasons you are at the level that you're at, thank you. If you have taken a time out for whatever reasons, I get it. I can dig it. You know what I always say? I love a Black girl who makes a decision for herself. It's the greatest thing in the world. It is the greatest thing in the world. And so it happens. And there are things that I'd like to say, oh, God, well, that didn't really work for the movement. Or, sure, I can look back and say, okay, well, we haven't seen that person since this incident. Or we haven't seen this person since she got married, or whatever. It doesn't matter. We respect you, we love you, and we appreciate everything you've ever done for us. And if you're still active, then when we're naming honorary dolls next year, you can always be named a current honorary doll. Let me explain that. Iris Thomas is the only doll that will not have a date next to her title, because she's the only doll that was named an honorary doll this year, meaning she's current. Every other honorary doll now has a date by her name. And that means you can be inactive, periodically active, or super active, but you have a date by your name if you weren't named in the current year. Next year, when we name our honorary dolls and we feel like that Iris Thomas is just being super, super active, then Iris Thomas will again be named an honorary doll of that current year. So I hope that I've been clear. I am going to keep this under 10 minutes, and do know that is out of solution, not out of punishment. We love and respect you, and thank you for your service yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Yesterday, as in when you were named and you were the best doll that you could be actively. Today, if you're still doing the damn thing, or tomorrow, if that's when we'll see you again. We love you, we appreciate you, and I hope that we are clear. Every honorary doll now has a year by her name, and if you want to be a current honorary doll, just keep doing what you do. I love you. Good night.